Hi student, class starting. You must go to the teacher's website first, and then you should to go to today's topic chapter. You open the chapter 10-4. That is enterprise database for purchase, sales, inventories, and orders for advanced data analysis. And open the file. And don't forget to connect to the server first. And you should to install the Python driver for the MySQL, and also execute the command to connect to the Azure Machine database. And then you should go to the first question. Here, this is the employer performance analysis. You should identify the employer with the total sales below the averages sort, and also sorted from the lowest to the highest. And the objective is to identify the employer who need further training and improvement in market skill. And we insert the sales, and don't forget to have this. Before we do this, we should to write the relation diagram. Because that you want to identify employer who needed to further training. So this is our result. We should to show the employer ID and his first name and the last name. Finally, to calculate his sales amount. So the relation diagrams that you show relation to the employer connect to that his is order, and also because you want to calculate the total sales amount, so connect to the orders details. And because you want to calculate the quantity and the price, so you should connect to what the product, right? And here this is the relation between the table. Now you set up the connections column. Here this is the employee ID. Here this is the order ID. And here this is for the product ID. And finally, that you write, we could begin to write our code. That is select from the employer to join the order. Set the connection point. and also join the other one. That is set a connection point. On the and also join the second one. Set the product on the here, and finally we can execute the command to see the result. Okay, this is the result. But he want to compare to identify the employee is that the total sales amount. So I must go by the employee ID and also his first name and also the last name. After we go by this, we can create a new table. Okay, we execute a command like here. And we must do the statistic for the total sales amount. So here we write is just like here. To do the total sales amount. And for the sales amount, that is quantity. 2 times the price. And we call of this as, and after we do this, that is our calculation. But he said that you should to sort it from the lowest to highest, right? So I must to order by what? Okay, order by this. And let us to check that the first one is N, that is 15702. Is this correct or not? And 15702. So the answer that is correct. Totally they are 7 records. But you know that the data that we have more data than the answer. The answer that is the total 7, right? Why we have this? Because that he said you want to know who sells total sales below the average. So I must to delete to only display total amount that is below average. So here that if I want to having the total sales that is less than some quantity. For example, that quantity is the here as this number. I want to know if the value this is the average. We can show only the 7th record, right? But how could I know the average amount? So here this is the subquery that I should to write to calculate. Here that is the average number of that average. Okay. And how could I know the average of the total sales amount? That is totally that. So I should to select star. Okay, I just copy of that here that I have write just now. Here is my writing like here, and here that is total select star. I want to know the average of the total sales. So I group by employee ID. Here this is the one student, one employee, every employee, and I do to calculate that average or none of it. I should to do the summation of the quantity of this, and then I can display everyone's employee his sales amount, and then I to calculate this column. This column is average, right? So then I do of this. So after I do this, this is subquery. So I call of this is 总额, and I do of this as a subquery, the step 1, and I select star from here T1, and then I do the average of the 总额. Then the number of this is the average of the employee sales amount. Finally, I can calculate, okay, the answer is correct. Total 7, less 1 is Janet, 428. Less 1 is Janet, 428. So the answer of this is correct. Let us to show of the, okay, this is my answer. So the writing that I do that is correct. Here this is 总额, right? Okay, student, you have the 5 minutes to practice of this. It's very difficult. And now I want to teach the next one. Next exercise is the second question, that is the hard spelling product analysis. I want to list product and order by at least 10 different customers and sorted by the order count from higher to lowest. So this objective is identify the company's popular product and that are well received by customer. And you can see that the you want to show the product, right? So here's the product ID and the product name, and show the difference the customers order. I think that this is not very correct because you see here, if I show I have modified the color name of here. The real color name that is modified by the latest modification. You can see here I show the this is the customer number order by different customer number. So here is the customer number. Okay. So since that I should do that, so I must to insert a cell first, and then I must do the relation diagram. First letter is the product line, and you connect to what? Connect to, because that you want to show the order from the customer, right? So here that you connect to the product, you should to order details, and then you should connect to the customer, so you should order details connect to the order, and then orders connect to the customers. Then I fill in the connection column. The column of here that is product ID. For this is order ID. For this is the customer ID. And after that, I should to do of the write the code to do the connection. I select product, join the two, order details, set a connection point. That is connect to and then I should to connect to do of this relation diagram. I joined set a connection point. Connect to orders. That is ID. Finally, to write the connection diagram of this line for the order to customers. Set a connection point. To the customers ID. And after I do of this, you can write the okay. This is the connection table like here. But he said that the objective is identify the company's public product. They are well received by customer. That the products orders multiple times by same customers may not necessarily be popular. And the products ordered by at least 10 different customers are considered popular. So I must to understand there are at least 10 different customers. So if I go by the ID because all this and also he will show that okay, this is the product and the product name. So not by the group by of list. Here's the product and also the product name. If I just to go by this, I will create a new table like here. And here I want to show the customer number from the order. So here that I want to show the total number count. Count what? Count the customer ID because the customer ID is from here. So I write here this customer ID. Here that is I call the 客户的那个不同客户数量。And I could show like here. And the topic of this question want to sort it by order count from higher to lowest. So I want to do the order by the 不同客户数。I think that is 订单来自不同客户数，订单来自 He want to find the highest to the lowest. Okay, we have something wrong, right? Let me check. The title here is 订单来自不同客户数量。We have a 数量。Okay, let us check. We have totally 77 rows. The answer is totally okay. This is not correct, right? Or let me check. Why we have different. Okay, he said that he want to show at least 10 different customers. The order come from 10 different color. So I must to do the limit 10, at least 10, and not this. You want to show to having you must to bigger than or bigger or equal to 10. So we have total 15 record. Let me check the answer. Okay, the answer is not correct. Here this is found that bigger or equal to 10. And here, okay, we have bigger and then. Why the answer is not different? That is because that he said at least 10 different customers. And we write over this here, we have the answer, maybe we have the repeating customer. He double repeating. For example, let me check, maybe we have some customer they have 重复出现. Let me check how to say of this. We must to avoid the same customer's appearance repeatedly.
To avoid the same customers appearing repeatedly.
Repeatedly. So I hear that we have some customer that appearance repeatedly. Let me to find any. Okay. Is this one? Chu? No. Ah. Repeating. The ID if we have the same one. Let me check. It seems that we have no. Okay. If I want to avoid the same customers appearing repeatedly, I must to add a command called distinct. After I write over this, you can find we have totally 12 records. The final one that is from Microsoft. That's the one that is from. Okay, we have total 12, right? 12. We have total 12. The first one that is Gorilla 14. But the answer of here, this, okay, but this is not correct, right? Okay, let me check why that is quite different. The order found different customer. So maybe the table that we connect that is the same. So we write of this is the same one. He grew by this one. Okay, the same. And we show product ID, product name, and the two older customer letter is correct. Bigger than 10. Yes. I think that the code we write is the same with the answer. The only letter is not different is from the older customer ID. Here letter is customer ID is only this is quite different. But the answer letter is not correct. Okay, product, order detail, order, customer ID, order ID, product ID, and we group by this. Okay, maybe we should just to call of letter. Okay, this is our today's practice. Okay, student, you have 10 minutes to practice of letter.